This is video 11 in a series of 28 of the detail on the 2019 Mini Cooper Clubman. In this video, it's the pre-polished paint inspection using ScanGrip lights. If you've never used ScanGrip lights, I strongly recommend them. I had the chance to talk with the salesmen and engineers at the SEMA show in Las Vegas once. And you find out there's a lot of research and technology gone into their lights. It's not just an LED light. They've made the lights as close as they can to the sunlight, so that's why I use them. As you can see on the front, we're just looking at some stone chips. So even though the car is about 8 months old, there's still some defects. Some of them, depending on the customer needs, we can touch them up or not. And you can see some wash scratches. Some of the scratches are from the clay bar. And the biggest difference is if you use a ScanGrip light, you can see the clay bar scratches. But sometimes if you just use a regular LED, they don't show up. But because these lights are like the sun, believe it or not, when you put it outside, you're really going to see those scratches. So using the light, if you put the light on an angle from the side, you can really see the deeper scratches. And if you hold the light straight on, you can see the lighter wash scratches. So as I look over the paint, I'm just kind of dividing which scratches I can remove with a one-step polish and which ones I'll have to use a more aggressive polishing method. So just next to the doors, quite a common area for deep scratches when people are getting in and out with bags and such. The rear part, especially on the Mini Coopers, around the top of the bumper, because these are the doors on the back, the barn doors they call them, putting stuff in and out, it's quite common to get scratches around that area. Right now I'm picking up some fuzz from the wash mitt from the emblem. Right there, not sure what it was, but looked like a paint chip. So just checking. Usually if you catch your fingernail on it, you're never going to remove it. But in that case it was a stone chip anyway, so polishing it will not remove. So here's the upper part of the bumper. You see, it's quite common in this area. So, if you're going to polish it, you have to decide, how much clear coat do you want to remove at this stage. Because this is a newer car, and you're going to think in the future it's going to get more scratches there. Do you want to take a lot of clear coat off just to remove those scratches before coating it? In some cases, maybe yes. In other cases, maybe no. So this is something you're going to want to discuss with the client, how they use the vehicle. This area is a gloss black area, so scratches are quite often more visible. Metallic paint tends to hide a lot of scratches. If this is solid paint, you would see a lot more scratches. but the LED or the ScanGrip really brings in the swirls. Also, I have the studio lights off, which is really important to get rid of unnecessary light. The more light you have, or the more ambient light you have, the less visible the scratches are going to be. So if possible, turning off the lights in the facility is going to give you a lot clearer idea of the condition of the paint, of the amount of scratching that is on the vehicle. Gloss pillars, your typical. You see the window needs a little bit of wiping there, but just kind of looking at the gloss pillars there and realizing you're gonna need maybe 2 steps to clean them up. Having a look at the famous mini trim on the bottom, you can see the pattern from the mold. It's quite noticeable when you have a shiny light on it, but after that's coated, you really won't notice that at all. Here you can see stains from dirt running down, so I've got to give it some attention to remove that. And in this video, once you wash it and you put it inside, any remaining contamination in the cracks and whatnot become more visible. Here you can see with the outdoor light and the ambient light, the paint looks really good, but when you turn off the lights, it's easy to say that's not the case. In the next video, we'll look at removing parts that are possible to remove in order to do a thorough job.